What is good, people? Today I want to show you something pretty cool. How you can automate the entire build out of a Skool community using Claude Code and Playwright. So I'll show you exactly how I did it and what I went through and all the steps that I took to get to that point. So this is a brand new community. Like, I've barely done anything on it, right? I've made 2 posts. These I made manually, but what I want to show you is inside the classroom, exactly what Claude Code did for me. So these 2 I inserted myself, just a bunch of free N8N workflows that I found online that I'll share with anyone that wants to be in the community. It's completely free. You can just come in and take whatever you want. Same thing with the GitHub repos. I'm gonna keep adding on to these. I don't have a lot of them in the vault, but these were added all manually. But everything else was done by Claude Code. All these are drafts, but we have a full-on course here that goes through everything. Claude did everything. Like, I didn't do anything here. And of course, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit to make it more simplified for beginners, people, that are just getting into AI automation, probably most of you guys that want to learn about this, right? And just clean everything up. Like these pages, there's nothing there. They're all empty. But for this one, yeah, just make it look better. But this is just an MVP. I haven't done anything. I haven't refined anything. I just asked it to create all of this for me, and it did it. But the thing about Skool is it doesn't have an API, so you have to do it differently, and I'm going to show you how I can do that. But basically, it did everything: Claude Code Mastery, Cold Email Autopilot, self-host newsletter. Instead of using Beehive or ConvertKit or whatever, so you can have your own private setup. How you can edit your own videos using AI. How you can set up AI via Telegram, either via Hermes, OpenClaw, Claude Code, automating your Skool, which is what we're talking about right now, that I'm going to show you, lead gen on autopilot, and all these things. So pretty damn cool. And this is what it did for me. It even generated all the images for me. So it generated the images itself. It created the course. It uploaded the actual image. It uploaded the entire content and everything. And this is going to be enhanced and upgraded. So exactly what I did was I spoke to Claude Code and simply told it to use Playwright. So Playwright is a plugin that I love. I need to find it in plugins. So it's an MCP, but you can find it in plugins inside Claude Code. Just /plugins and you'll be able to open up this command, and you'll find it in the discover section here, and you can see exactly what it is that you want and what you want to download. Let's download Supabase. I don't care. Go ahead. Boom. And if I go back to plugins, not that I need Supabase, but I just wanted to download it. Let's see, plugin, there we go. So if I go back to installed, I'll be able to find it, say right here somewhere. There we go, Playwright. So Playwright is an automation that lets you browse any browser that you have. So you basically go into your browser and handles tasks for you. So whenever a software or a website or whatever lacks an MCP or an API to be able to do this, you simply use Playwright to get around it. I prefer using Playwright as opposed to Cloud Computer, because Cloud Computer just ends up eating all of your tokens. Plus, it's kind of annoying because whenever I use Cloud Computer, especially when I want to control my own desktop, kind of takes over the entire thing and I can't do anything on the side unless I've missed the entire point of it. But of course, when it's controlling your desktop your browser, then it's fine. Then you can handle tasks alongside it. But I prefer Playwright. I find that it's cheaper on usage and it's just better overall. So activate Playwright, then just speak to Claude Code and just tell it, hey, I want to start a Skool community. I want you to upload, MCPs, skills, Git repos, N8N workflows, anything we've built that is relevant inside of our code base, how you can set up Claude Code via VPS if you don't want to host it or have it on your desktop with all the folders. All these things, you can just talk to Claude Code. The first thing you're going to do is, of course, speak to Claude Chat and ask it for a plan prompt. So you're going to get a big prompt for plan mode. Then you're going to come here. Of course, you're going to put it in plan. You're going to paste that entire thing. And then from there, it's going to go through the entire process. It's going to ask you a few questions about what you need exactly. And then for the images, what I used here was just key.ai. So I use key.ai for so many things. It's absolutely fantastic. So you can just go to the models market, text to image. I use Nano Banana 2. There are some newer models. I haven't tried them. I don't know if they're better, like GPT Image 2. This should be the best model on the market right now, but I'm not sure. I haven't tried it. The standard for me is always going to be Nano Banana. So all you do here is you don't even have to provide any API documentation for for Cloud Code, it's going to be able to find that itself. But what you want to do is you want to go to API keys here. You want to copy or create a new one. So you just name it and name it whatever you want and create it, and then paste that into Cloud Code. Tell it that you want to use Nano Banana 2 or whichever model you want to use. Then it's going to go ahead and use Nano Banana to create all these images, which look pretty cool. They could be even better by adding the actual logos, like say Cloud Code, it could add the actual Cloud Code logo. But for me, I don't give a shit. This is a free community. So, it's just to provide some free value to everyone that comes in here. So yeah, again, after it does that, it's going to fill out everything on its own using Playwright. So it's going to control your browser and actually go in and write everything itself. The downside of Playwright is it's going to take a little bit longer because Cloud Code has to literally go into every single section and write it out itself using AI. If you're using something like API or MCP, you can speed up that process. But as far as I'm concerned, there is no API or MCP for Skool. So I had to go this way. So that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, really. Then everything else up, you can just set it up for yourself, like the bio. You can make your first post here and just provide some value there. But that's it. That's how you can set up your own free Skool community as kind of like a lead magnet to get people in the door, provide them with a little bit of free value. And this is going to be set up in just 20-30 minutes after it has planned everything and executed everything. It's going to take control of your computer. You don't have to build anything of this yourself. What used to take like hours and hours and probably even days to set up a community, now it just takes a few minutes, less than an hour. The reason we want to automate this for a Skool community is because if it's free, we don't want to spend forever tweaking a free community. At the end of the day, this is just a lead magnet. Like, it's free. You don't want to put in a shit ton of effort into building this out because you're giving it for free. Of course, if you're going to create a paid community where you charge low tickets, say $100 per month or $200 per month, or a high ticket price as a one-time fee, then you want to put in far more effort. And then I would not recommend you automate this because it's just going to be, I wouldn't call it AI slop, but for something that is going to be paid, it would be classified as AI slop. So if it's free, go ahead and automate it. It's at the end of the day, it's just a lead magnet. It doesn't have to be super well put together. But yeah, if it's not free, then you want to go all in. So that's all you do. You start with Claude Chat here. You ask for the full prompt in plan mode. So you want it to cover everything. Just tell it to take everything that is important, that is valuable inside our existing code base, exclude .env files, exclude tokens, exclude API keys, secrets, client IDs, and all that. Anything that is important that is in our .gitignore file or .env files or whatever, ignore it. Do not include it in the Skool community because that's just going to bite you in the ass if someone has access to your actual API keys. You don't want that to happen. And then it's going to pop out this entire big plan mode prompt. You put it in plan mode by just typing in /plan, and then you paste that in. And it's going to use Playwright. It's going to go through the entire process. Again, you just provide your API key from key.ai, and then it's going to do everything for you. So that's it. If you need a little bit more help on this, just come to the free community. There's a section for it specifically here. I'm going to build out this section even more and make it more enhanced. Go through it. If you have some feedback, if there's something you don't understand, please let me know personally. You can just contact me on Skool, reach out to me on Instagram, or just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be able to help you out with that. But I hope this helps, because what this essentially means for your business, even if you're not looking to launch a coaching business and you're just trying to like build your AI automation agency for businesses, this is still super, super valuable, because you're gonna have business owners, founders, CEOs come into your videos, into your channel, and you're gonna funnel them into this community where they get a bunch of free value, and then they're in your pipeline. You're able to nurture them and build trust inside this free community. Then you can just reach out to them, just go to the members. You can even set up something like, I'm gonna see if I can find it. So before you even, like when you create the actual Skool community, you come to plugins, membership questions, and from here you can post something like, what are you looking to gain from joining Aigents? And you can add some multiple choice questions, implement AI into my own business, learn AI to land clients, just learn for fun. These two are probably not gonna be clients or potential clients unless you're looking to launch a coaching business. Then this one would be viable, and even this one in some cases, because then you can teach them how to learn AI and help them land clients. But for what I'm doing specifically, I don't have a coaching business. So I'm not trying to sell you something with this community. It's completely for free, but it's a lead magnet for founders, right? So if they choose this one, then I know they're a business owner that's trying to implement AI into their business. Then I can reach out to them and be like, hey, how's it going? Like, are you lost? Do you need any help with anything? How's it going implementing the lessons? And then you just start a conversation, see where it leads. And if it makes sense, you propose a call. You ask for permission before sending a link, of course. And then you try to book a call for them. So for you guys looking to start an AI agency, which is going to be most of you guys, this is an amazing lead magnet for you, where you can create like a questionnaire or a form before they're even able to enter the community. Then you collect a bunch of email addresses, you can add them to a newsletter later, and you also have your entire pipeline inside Skool. You can reach out to people, give more and more value. Then over time, even if they're not ready to work with you now, over time they probably will be, because you'll have built up so much value. And even though you can teach them everything in this community for free, they still won't have time to implement this as a CEO or founder. They're gonna need to outsource this, which is where you come into play. So this is an amazing lead magnet which can help you make a shit ton of money. And if you're not utilizing lead magnets right now as a business owner, as an AI agency owner, you're missing out big time. For you to be able to make money and scale your agency, you need to give people, which is why I'm creating YouTube videos. YouTube is a lead magnet. Skool is a lead magnet. What I'm creating on IG is a lead magnet. Everything that I'm doing is a lead magnet, right? I'm just trying to get people in the door and help people, right? And if they want to work with me, sure. If they don't, absolutely no problem at all. At least they got some free value and they were able to get something out of it. So yeah, again, this is what you can do. And this is something you're going to iterate and build upon and improve over time. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It's completely free. No one that comes into your community will expect to find a vault of insane information completely for free. You can make it insane, but you don't need to make it perfect. Don't spend too much time on this. It's just a lead magnet. But yeah, I hope that helps. You can even add something like commands for a terminal. So if this is something that you want, guys, I can give you some commands here that I use for Cloud Code myself to start up Cloud Code, change directories, launch different models, run tmux sessions for a persistent session that doesn't forget, and you can just continue. So if you want some commands too, I can include that. But yeah, I'll just play around with it. I'll just add whatever you guys want me to add. But yeah, I hope this video helps. I hope you got some value out of this. Again, let me know if you need any help, or if you get stuck in the comments below, or if there's something specific you want me to go over in this process. But other than that, I hope you got some value again, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, like the video, comment, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.